Manager.
Okay. Who appointed you? You can't find it.
No, I'm trying to find the appointment letter. I cannot find it, ma'am, right now, but I have it. Yes.
Could you, together with your appointment letters, Managing Director of KGI, could you bring them together and submit them?
Yes.
But you're certain of the date, which is 21st October 2016. Who appointed you Managing Director?
It was signed by one Mrs. Adam Gum from Office of the President.
Mrs.?
Adam Gum Jai.
From Office of the President?
Yes.
All right. How did you come to be appointed?
I wouldn't know, ma'am. I was just informed by the said lady, and then later I was called by General Baji and Mr. Tony Gatas in his office regarding that.
To whose office?
To General Baji's office.
Just carry on.
Yes, regarding the appointment.
Yes, what transpired? What transpired in that office?
Nothing. Basically, he was informing me that I should work with Tony regarding the restructuring of the company in whole, to help him, assist him for the restructuring and the management of of APAM. Okay. And then he also informed us that later we will have a meeting with the ex-president regarding APAM, but it was never finalized.
This was after you were appointed?
Yes, it was after 2 weeks of my appointment, around November, first week of November, 2016.
Tony Gatas was Managing Director up to your appointment. Why was he demoted and you appointed?
I wouldn't know, ma'am.
Did you try to find out?
No, ma'am.
So, tell us, yes, you were appointed, so how did you take over as Managing Director?
Basically, the roles were divided between me and Mr. Gatas. He was handling the operations of APAM, and also, basically, I was only signing checks with him. If he needs to take out money from the account, he will send a voucher to me in my office, and then we signed together. The account we opened to in FI Bank. Basically, that was my role for a start, because we wanted to do the restructuring, but we did not have time to do that. There was the impasse, and then no more APAM.
There was the impasse?
Impasse, yes.
Where was, you were already CEO of KGI,
yes.
And you are operating from Standard Chartered House?
Yes.
Now, what did the taking over of the management of APAM involve? What steps did you take to take over as CEO?
Nothing much, ma'am.
Was there a handing over?
There was no handing over.
So what did you take over? The accounts?
Basically, no. What we did was I had a meeting with Tony, and then he briefed me regarding the operation of the APAM, about the sand mining at the sites. And then he asked me, he told me about the finances also of the company. And then from there we decided to open an account that's the FI Bank account. And then we did, we had the signatories as 2 to sign at all times. That's where we stopped. That's where I stopped.
So you were signatory to the FIB account?
Yes.
What other account were you signatory to?
It was only, I think, for FI Bank, First International Bank.
There was already in existence a Guaranteed Trust Bank account?
Yes.
What do you know about the Guaranteed Trust Bank account?
I think it was opened by Mr. Gatas or the former management. And then there was a time, I think, they sent a letter of closure because there was no required documents for the account opening. That's what I know about that account now.
Did you close the account? You did not take steps to close the account. You were managing director. You were not signatory to the GT Bank account.
No.
So what steps did you take regarding this account?
Because the time I took over, I think the account was already been on the process of closing. Because I remember I saw a letter from GT Bank directed to Mr. Tony for the account closure. If I can recall.
This was in January 2017?
Yes.
Yeah, but before January 2017, did you take any steps regarding this account?
No, ma'am.
What was supposed to be your relationship yourself? You said he was responsible for operations, and you were basically, you just signed on an account. Was he reporting to you?
No, unless if there is a payment voucher I need to sign, and then he will call me, inform me for the purpose, and then he will send the voucher to me.
So how would you know it was a genuine payment that you were to make? How?
Based on the invoices he sent. Basically, that's it.
Did you have any instructions from General Baji as to what you should do, or as to your relationship with Tony Gatters?
Yes. Basically, what he informed us at that meeting was to work closely. With Tony regarding the APAM. That's where it stopped. And also, I think there was a time also I discussed with him regarding because Tony was giving us invoices regarding the payment he was doing from his company for APAM prior to my coming. And then we had a meeting, the three of us at General Baji's office regarding those payments.
What payments were these?
I think one was he paid for the transportation of containers to the ports, if I can remember well, and then there is another one for the expenses he incurred at the sand mining. It was 2 invoices, and then the spare parts he bought from China regarding the dredger at Sanya, and also there was a payment he made because there were some equipments and machineries in Dakar, so he shipped them to Gambia. So those expenses, charges, and payments he incurred it from his account, Gatson's company. So APAM was supposed to refund.
So what was the meeting about?
About those payments. We had a payment.
Yes. Why did you have to meet with General Baji about those payments?
Because the amount involved, one was 2-point-something million, one was 1.6 million, the other one 600,000. So I needed to get clearance from him at that meeting that it was okay to pay Tony.
Where was the meeting held?
At General Baji's office. At? General Baji's office in Banjo.
And yes, what was the outcome of the meeting?
That's yes. Even there was a time Tony wrote a memo regarding those payments for the shipments of the equipments. I think he must have a copy. And there was approval for the payments of those machineries also.
But that happened before your time?
Yes, it happens before my time, yes.
So why was it being discussed again?
I just wanted clarification before we go ahead with the payments, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go into the payments. What I would like to, just to, first of all, to finish with the Guaranteed Trust Bank account. According to the evidence, there are two accounts at Guaranteed Trust Bank, dollars and dollars. Now, you took over in October. I'll show you the dollar account. There was a transaction of $15,000 on the 23rd of December 2016, which was, the previous transaction was in September, and after that you have the $15,000 transaction. I'm going to show you this account and tell me what you know about this transaction. It's supposed to be a payment to Sadhguru. I'd also like you to look at the Dalasi account from the 22nd of October, a day after you said you were appointed, to the end of the statement, and tell us your involvement regarding all these transactions in this GT Bank account, to which you were not a signatory, but you were the CEO. Let's start with the dollar account. Were you aware of this $15,000 that was paid out of that account?
Yes, I remember this $15,000.
You remember? You have a file. It's not enough to remember. Do you have a record?
Yes.
Yes, you would like to see your record of this transaction. The Dalasi account, there is $8 million that was transferred to FIB.
Yes, I'm talking about that $8 million.
That is the one you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are payments. The payments after the transfer. There were monies in that account, credits into that account after the transfer. Do you know anything about the credits into that account after the transfer?
No, ma'am.
Did you know that credits were being made into that account after the transfer?
No, ma'am.
Now, what do you know about the shipment account? Do you know that there was a shipment account at Guaranteed Trust Bank?
The dollar account?
Yes.
Yes.
There was a shipment account?
Yes, he informed me about it.
What do you know about the shipment account?
I think that was the account where the proceeds of the sales of the black sands were lodged in.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know about the sale of the black sand?
Yes, he also informed me about it.
He informed you?
Yes.
Did you take part as CEO? I would expect that export of black sand would be something that you would be involved with. What was your involvement in the export of black sand?
No involvement, basically, ma'am.
Did you see the contract for the sale of the black sand?
I cannot remember.
It's just December 2016.
I cannot remember, ma'am.
So he just informed you? What did he tell you about the sale of the black sand?
Even prior to that, he informed me about he made some shipment of black sand before, even prior to my coming. Also, there was, because I visited the site once with him, and I saw a pile of that black sand, and I asked questions, and he told me that they're mining, they're dredging right now, but after the completion, they're supposed to ship it in containers to China. That's why it stopped. That was in November.
What you said he told you about the shipment account?
Yes.
Where monies from the shipment were being lodged?
Yes, in dollar account, yes.
Did he make an account to you? Did he give you a statement?
No, ma'am.
To show how much was outstanding as at the time you took over?
No.
I'm going to show you this shipment account, which is exhibit BB31, which shows that after you took over, you came in October, there was a payment, a debit amount of $15,257, and then the balance that was outstanding in the shipment account was then transferred to the Gatsin account, balance of about $36,000. I'll just show you the shipment account. Did you ever see a statement of the shipment account?
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Sisi, there's something I don't understand. You had taken over a company as managing director that was shipping, that was in mining sand, construction sand and black sand. You had been told that black sand had been exported.
Yes.
Did you ask for a briefing of what had been exported, or a statement as one would expect of what had been exported and what was expected?
Like I said, ma'am, definitely I did not fully take over my role as managing director of EPAM, because even my TOR, my terms of reference, was not detailed on my appointment letter. I did not know what to do, and based on my background also, I did not have any idea about these mining operations. So I was just trying to familiarize myself and then waiting for the right time to take over and see what I can do for the company. But definitely I did not even have the time to do that.
Were you informed about, sorry, let me just rephrase. APAM had foreign employees.
Yes.
And these foreign employees were from China?
Yes.
Let me not put words in your mouth. Where were the foreign employees from?
From China, ma'am.
Apart from China, did you have any other foreign employees?
Not to my knowledge.
What was the arrangement between APAM and these foreign employees from China?
Let me just dwell on the relationship with the Chinese and the APAM, because when I took over, I requested about that there is a company called Shanghai Gambia. I don't know if you know about it. So basically, APAM and the Chinese, it was like a joint venture agreement between them. So Tony was handling the Chinese side. He was working for the Chinese. That was my understanding at the same time. So also, the equipments and the machineries was from the Shanghai group. So there was a 40% shares basis.
60 to who and 40 to?
60 to to APAM and 40 to Shanghai Gambia.
Yes,
that's my understanding of that.
60-40 of what? What was this joint venture, its purpose?
60% of the profit margin and the 40% for Shanghai Gambia.
What was the business of this joint venture?
Is mining, basically mining.
So, well, can you elaborate? You said there was a joint venture between Shanghai, well, Mr. Gattas told you that there was a joint venture between APAM and Shanghai Gambia.
Yes.
And its business was what?
For the mining and dredging of sand, black sand.
In the Gambia?
Yes.
On a 60-40 basis?
Yes.
That is what he told you?
Yes.
Did you see the agreement?
It was drafted, but I cannot remember it was finalized also. There was a draft, I saw a draft of the agreement.
You saw the draft?
Yes, ma'am.
And this was which month?
It was in November also.
Did you sign an agreement?
No, ma'am.
You were the CEO?
I was?
You were the managing director?
Yes, I did not sign any documents, ma'am.
If an agreement were to be signed, who would have authority to sign it?
Definitely the managing director and the representative of the other party, but I did not sign any documents regarding APAM.
You mentioned the equipment.
Yes.
Yes. What part did the equipment play in this joint venture?
There was, I think, there was some dredger and some machineries in Dakar. So from Shanghai, Gambia. So it was shipped to Gambia for the basis of this joint venture. I think that's what they were using at the sand mining.
What did you understand to be the arrangement between APAM and this joint venture partner regarding the equipment?
I cannot dwell much about it because I don't understand. It was supposed to be after every shipment, they should share on the profits, and then each Shanghai will contribute in terms of machineries and equipments and logistics, I think.
And
the logistics.
What about the Chinese employees? That was my first question.
Yes.
Yes. What was the contract between APAM and the Chinese employees?
I found them there, and they were paying salaries, and they were housed also, accommodated, and yes, that's what I know about it. Every month they were paid salaries.
Were you aware of any outsourcing agreement between APAM and a Chinese company?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Tony Gattas did not inform you about any outsourcing agreement between APAM and a Chinese company?
No, ma'am.
For these employees?
No.
Did he at any time tell you that he had paid $150,000 US on behalf of APAM to a Chinese company for the outsourcing of Chinese employees?
Yes, he informed me about that.
He informed you?
Yeah, it was mandatory for him to deposit money for him to be able to bring the Chinese to Gambia. That was what he told me.
That is what he told you?
Yes.
Okay. Did he tell you what the arrangements were in relation to this $150,000 US?
No, ma'am.
Did he show you any documents to show that APAM, that he paid for this $150,000?
I haven't seen any documents, ma'am.
did you find any authorization by General Baji for him to pay 150,000 US dollars to a Chinese company overseas?
No, no, ma'am.
You have provided to this commission in relation to KGI a bundle of instructions for payment from General Baji. Did General Baji at any time ask you to spend money without giving you instructions?
No, ma'am.
Do you know anything about General Baji, or do you know anything about the importation of petroleum or fuel, gas oil from Senegal by APAM?
No, I'm not aware.
Did General Baji at any time, during your conversations with him and Tony Gatters, inform you that he had authorized Tony Gatters to pay invoices in Senegal on behalf of APAM?
Regarding my
gas oil invoices in Senegal?
No, I'm not aware. I was not.
Did Tony Gatters ever claim from you to be refunded for gas oil he had paid in Senegal on behalf of APAM?
No, ma'am, I'm not aware.
You mentioned Shanghai, Gambia. What was the, apart from these joint venture that you mentioned between Shanghai, Gambia and EPAM, were you aware of any Shanghai company that was a Chinese company?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever deal with the company in China to whom the HMC was sold, was exported?
I think there is one company I know about. Is it Hainan Funang, something like that? Hainan Funang.
Hainan Fugang Mining Industry Company Limited.
Yes.
You know about them? Tell us what you know about them.
I don't know much about it, but I know that they were the buyer of the black sand. They were buying the black sand from APAM.
How many times, at least during the period you were there, forget about how many times, during the period where you were CEO, did APAM export black sand?
Not to my knowledge, ma'am, no. Because if you see the transaction I signed, those are the bills, the invoices prior to my coming, expenses prior to my coming. Yes.
Did Tony Gatters buy dredgers, apart from the ones that were received from Senegal, which you have told us he had informed you belonged to Shanghai and were received under a joint venture partnership? Did he tell you that he had ordered new dredgers from China?
No, ma'am. The only thing I know that he bought from China was the spare parts for the dredgers at the mining sites.
Okay.
Like containers of spare parts. That I know about.
Okay, for which you paid for from the FIB account?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll come to the FIB account. Did he tell you that he had, according to him, arranged or he had a contract to dredge sand from Senegambia Beach Hotel or Kairaba Beach Hotel to on the coast from Kairaba Beach Hotel because of the erosion?
I wasn't aware, ma'am, and I haven't seen any contract regarding that.
I'm going to show you MS-37. This is a deposit receipt from Weifang Leopard Machinery Technology Company Limited. Have you ever heard of this company?
No, ma'am.
It's a deposit receipt addressed to Hainan Fugang Mining Industry Company Limited, which states that we, Weifang Leopard Machinery Technology Company Limited, hereby confirm that we have received the deposit amounted to $290,000 as per the contract LPC SD 250 Quarter Suction Dredger Sales and Purchasing Contract. Contract number, and the number is given. The date of receipt 26 December 2016. At this date, you were the managing director of APAM, is that correct?
Yes, but I was not in the picture regarding these deposits, ma'am.
Mr. Tony Gattas received, he said, according to him, approximately $290,000 for the sale of black sand, which he then authorized the importer, Hainan in China, to pay to Weifang for dredgers that he had purchased, or he had entered into an agreement to purchase. What do you know about this?
I don't know much about it. And for me, with this amount, we wouldn't able to buy without authority, written authority, because the amount involves $290,000. I think we will have written to General Baji for approval about this purchase, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to show you another document from MS-37. It's a letter purportedly from APAM, addressed to Hainan, dated 19th December 2016, about the down payment on LPCSD 250 Quarter Dredger contract, which is the contract referred to. And tell the Commission whether you've seen that letter before.
I have never seen this document, ma'am.
You are the managing director at that time.
And I did not even authorize this.
You did not authorize
I was not even in the picture also.
Okay, I'm also going to show you MS-63. And this purports to be the agreement between Weifang Leopard Machinery Technology Company Limited and APAM for the purchase of goods being dredger specification and free accessories list worth $2,130,000 US, of which the $290,000 that you are looking at was the deposit. You can also, and you can also look at the signatory page, which is page 6. Sorry, have you ever seen that agreement?
I have never seen this document, ma'am, and it has never brought it to my attention also.
This agreement was purportedly entered into
In September.
when you were in?
No, it was in September 2016. And during our meetings with General, also this was never brought to my attention also regarding this agreement.
Yes. The agreement was entered into in September. It says
yes,
the payment was made 26 December 2016.
2016, yes.
He never briefed you about this agreement?
No, I was never.
He never told you that he had diverted the funds to Refunds because of this agreement?
I cannot recall, no.
Do you know a company called the Gambia Milling Corporation?
Yes.
What do you know about the Gambia Milling Corporation?
They were the one producing flour and animal feed.
Did APAM have anything to do with the Gambia Milling Corporation?
No, not to my knowledge, ma'am.
Whilst you were managing director of APAM, did the ex-president or General Solbaji at any time ask APAM to make payments to Gambia Milling Corporation on his behalf?
No, not to my knowledge, ma'am.
What was the relationship between Gatsins and APAM, the company Gatsin?
Gatsin was owned by Mr. Gattas, and there was a time the account, because of the account closure, I think he was making payments from his accounts, Gatsins, and later asked for refund some of the expenditure.
Do you have a list of all the payments that he said he made and you refunded, for which you refunded him?
It was about 3 transactions, ma'am, if I can remember.
It's about how many?
3 or 4 transactions. The one I told you about the spare parts.
Yes.
From China, and the 800,000 for the transportation of 130 containers to Gambia Ports Authority. And there is another one, $80,000 and $70,000 for the expenses of loading and stuffing the containers at the sand mining.
You have a file?
Yes, I have the
Please
records.
don't talk from the top of your head. Just refer to your file,
okay,
so that we are specific as to the payments which he claimed and which you refunded.
Okay.
Just before you go into those payments, did he ever make a claim for payments in dollars that he had made on behalf of APAM?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, all these refunds, I take it, were made from the FIB bank account?
Yes, ma'am.
Not any other bank account?
Not to my knowledge.
Before we deal with the specific transactions, I'm just going to show you BB 32. Yes. Did APAM have a bank account in China?
Not to my knowledge, no.
The exhibit BB32, which is dated 3rd November 2016, is addressed to the Managing Director, Guarantee Trust Bank. And the subject is transfer of old documents to new bank account. And as you can see, it says we write to kindly request GTB to transfer the old documents relating to Alhamdulillah Petroleum and Mineral Company Limited, APAM, to the new bank account as per details below. Bank of China, Hainan branch. Bank address, and address in China is given, Datong Road, Haikou in Hainan province. The SWIFT is given, contact person, Hongming Ying, contact number, company name, Hainan Fugang Minerals Company Limited, and bank account number. Do you know anything about this bank account?
No, ma'am.
On 3rd November 2016, you were managing director?
Yes.
Did Tony Gatters tell you what he did with, or that he did anything with documents that were lodged with GT Bank relating to APAM?
No, ma'am.
He didn't tell you?
No.
Did he ever tell you that he had opened a bank account in China?
No, ma'am.
Concerning APAM?
No.
I'd like you, as you're looking at your vouchers, we have your accounting documents. We have some documents and receipts, BB10, which we would like you to take a look at. BB10, can you give the witness BB10, please?
BB10?
No, that's not you. It's an exhibit. We will give you the exhibit.
Okay.
These are payments from the FIB accounts, according to the exhibit. So I had asked you earlier about refunds that Tony Gatters claimed and which were paid. Now those are already exhibited. Yes. Can you go through and tell us which of these were refunds which were approved for Tony Gatters?
Okay. These 562,250. It was an expenses, fuel supply to the site.
What is the date?
It was on the 17th of November 2016.
17 November 2016. Okay. This was refunded to Tony Gatters?
Not refunded, paid to Gulf in Asia.
No, I'm talking about refunds to Tony Gatters. Can you go through and confirm which refunds? Because you said there were only a limited number of refunds. So tell us which ones were authorized as refunds to Tony Gatters.
This voucher transaction, ma'am, on the 13th of December 2016, $2,155,058.85 buduts were a refund of spare parts he bought from China.
Okay, these are spare parts for the mining equipment
for the mining
that had been imported from Senegal?
From China.
Well, that came through Senegal.
No, I think this one is different.
Which mining equipment, the spare parts, were for what? Are they the Shanghai mining equipment?
Yes, the Shanghai mining, yes.
The spares were for the Shanghai mining equipment?
Yes, you know, the EPAM was using the Shanghai under the venture equipment. So he bought a spare parts for those equipments from China. for the dredger and the mining equipments.
Okay. Did you obtain the approval of General Baji?
Yes.
And that's your signature?
Huh?
One of the signatures, is it yours?
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay, that's the first one.
And also, there is a check payment of 3 million to United African Group, which is a company of Tony Gata.
Sorry, 3 million to?
$3 million.
To United African Group?
Yes.
Senegal, yes. What is this about?
It was about a supply of cement to the Gunjur Mosque. It was an outstanding payment for Tony Gatas. It was also approved at a meeting with General Baj. I was talking about the $80,000 here on the 19th of December.
What date?
19 December 2016.
Yes?
And $80,000.
$80,000.
It was two payment voucher, $80,000 and $70,000. And 72,000 actually.
Okay, 80,000 and 72,000.
72,000, yes.
What were these for?
For the expenses of loading and offloading the containers of black sand at the mining site.
Okay, the containers that were taken to the ports and returned?
Yes, and the stuffing of the black sand.
Okay.
There was an invoice attached to it.
Okay.
And the 600,000, ma'am, dated 19th of December 2016.
Yes.
Paid to Gatson's company for the sum of $600,000. It was for the cost of transport of the containers to the seaport.
Okay.
I think that's all.
That was all that was authorized for refund to Gatsons?
Gatsons, yes.
Can you collect them? Now, monies were being paid to one Mamadou Alpha Jallo in cash.
He was a staff of Mr. Tony.
Why were you paying him cash?
Because some payments he was supposed to take cash the check and then take it to for the clearing fee. Most of them were clearing fee charges.
What fee?
Clearing fee charges.
Clearing what?
Fees.
To clear what?
The containers or maybe outstanding payments of clearing containers.
But there are no invoices. Why are there no invoices? We just have cash payments. Do you have invoices?
I think there's the payment voucher also and the receipts. Whenever he made payments, he will bring the receipts to the voucher. I think if we can check with Mr. Tony, he'll be able to have it.
Well, we don't have the payment vouchers. If you have them, please.
What's the amount, ma'am? Let me see what I can have this.
You have the folder before you. There is a check amount of 110,000 first on the 24th of November 2016. There is also a payment of 1,269,000 to one Bailaba, for which there are no invoices. 99,000. There are several to Momodou Jallo. 166,000. Basically, you have so many payments without any supporting documents. Since you are CEO, we will require that you go through. I'm sure you have those
yes.
payments from FIB account.
Yes, I
all the payments from FIB accounts that were cash payments for which there were no supporting documents, whether check cash or hard cash. Can you collect the exhibits, please? If you have the supporting documents now, we will take them. If you don't have the supporting documents, you can bring them later together with your letters of appointment.
Sure.
You have the supporting
yes.
documents?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe what we will ask you to do, is the payment itself attached to the supporting document?
With the payment voucher, yes, and the invoices, yes.
Okay. You're done?
Yes.
Okay.
For the Alpha, you were talking about Alpha Jallo.
Alpha Jallo.
110,000.
Bailoba. I'll start again. I'm talking about Momodou Alpha Jallo, 110,035 $. You have Karamo Jame. All the payments, basically.
Yes.
Musa Kamara. You have the file.
Musa Kamara.
Bailaba.
Yes.
Momodou Jallo. All the payments.
Yes.
You have them all.
Yes.
And the supporting documents.
It's right here. Hello, excuse me. There's another one here. Oh, don't worry for this one.
You have some more?
Yes. Sorry.
What did you know about APAM before you became managing director?
I think it was managed by, what's her name? Something Jame. What's it? The brother to the ex-president, what's the name again? I forgot the name. Mr. Jame, before Mr. Tony.
Yeah, but what is APAM? What is it? APAM, what is it?
It was a company. With the objective of mining business.
Who owned the company?
I wouldn't know 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, ma'am, but I know the instruction was coming from the ex-president through General Baje, just like what we did with KGI International. That's I know about.
Did you ever see any document, memorandum or articles of association?
No, there was none, so we were working on getting it registered.
So why are you saying it was a company? If you are trying to get it registered?
I think that's where we wanted, what we were working towards it, to get it registered. And and I found it, they were calling it, it's a company, APAM, as a company. So it was later that I found out that there was no registration documents and the required documents for the opening of the company. So we were working towards that.
We will review your documents, but since they were produced in the commission, we will apply to have them admitted, and then we will review them. If we need further explanation, we will let you know. Did General Baji withdraw any money from APAM whilst you were managing director?
No, ma'am.
Did the ex-president withdraw any money from APAM whilst you were managing director?
No, ma'am.
What was the arrangement with Tony Gattas about his own? Was there an arrangement with Tony Gattas about remuneration?
About Gambia?
His own, yes. About payment?
No, I don't know.
There was no arrangement with him about payment? You said he was in charge of operations. You said Tony Gattas was in charge of the operations of APAM?
Yes.
You were the managing director?
Yes.
What was the arrangement with him regarding payment?
I wouldn't know, but I know that for a fact he was not receiving salaries. There were no payment, no bonuses or anything he was getting from APAM. So I don't know what was his term of reference with APAM.
Did General Baji tell you what the arrangement was with him?
No, ma'am. Definitely, with APAM, I didn't do much about it because I did not even have the time to sit and ask questions or see what I can do.
What about yourself? What was the arrangement?
Nothing. No terms of reference, nothing.
Were you being paid?
No, ma'am.
The arrangement for payment was not completed?
No, was not completed, ma'am.
Was it discussed?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted documents produced by this witness, being payment vouchers and invoices produced by her with respect to the FIB account, BB10.
order. Order. It is hereby ordered that the bundle of documents presented by witness number 182, Ware Njai Sise, and concerning APAM, that is Alhamdulillah Petroleum and Mineral Company Limited, be made part of Exhibit DB 10.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Just do you know about Shanghai Gambia local bank account?
No, ma'am.
You never authorized Hainan to make payments to Shanghai Gambia local bank account?
No, ma'am.
Are you aware of any payments made to Shanghai Gambia Industries from Hainan to Hainan? Let me just, to Hainan.
I cannot recall, ma'am.
Do you know the company Euro Africa Group, African Group?
United African Group.
Euro Africa, Eagle. Euro Africa Group Limited.
I know the company, but
did you ever deal with them?
With KGI International regarding purchase of fuel, yes.
Did you deal with them in respect of APAM?
No, ma'am.
Do you know of any advances they made to APAM in China?
No.
When GT Bank, when Tony Gattas, because you said you were not involved, told you that GT Bank account was closed, what steps did you take regarding monies that were payable to APAM?
Into the account?
Yes.
What we did was we transferred the funds to the FI Bank account. I think it was about $8 million. Yes, that's why it stopped.
Did General Baji ever give instructions to you that Tony Gattas could use his accounts for the operations of APAM?
No, it was Tony who informed me. I was on sick leave. When I came back, he informed me that he was having issue even with FI Bank regarding account documentation. So he requested from General Baji and he approved him to use his own account for the business transaction of APAM.
He told you that?
Yes.
When was this?
This was I think it was in December, March, around that end, because I was on leave in February and I came back in end of March, April.
According to March which year? March which year?
2017.
According to public records, at least it's a matter of public knowledge, let me put it that way, that General Baji left with ex-President Jammeh on the 21st of January.
Yes.
2017.
Yes.
What are you saying in regard to when Tony Gattas told you about these purported instruction from General Baji? Are you saying it was done after he left the country, or you were told after he left the country?
Even before, and then when I came back, he informed me about the APAM status that there is no more company because he was told to stop operations. That was in March 2017. But even in December, end of December, January, that's when he informed me about the using his account for the business transaction. That's where I stopped me.
Did he account for the money? Did he give you any statements?
I wouldn't know
about the use of his monies paid into his accounts or paid from his accounts. He did not give you any statement.
No, because
did you ask for any statement?
No, because even during when General Baji was here, we never received reports from Tony regarding the operations or finances, and even after they left. I definitely did not get any information regarding APAM. I think that's where I stopped also and then concentrated with KJI International.
Those are the questions I have for the witness, Mr. Chairman.
Very well, madam, you may go. We rise and we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock.